Venice is overrated. I can't tell you how many times I heard that when I was planning my trip to Venice, and I'm going to respectfully disagree. Yes, the big sites are amazing and crowded, but part of the charm of Venice is wandering around the alleyways and just getting lost. So this itinerary, which I personally tested, gives you ample time for just wandering and seeing the magic that is Venezia. When you arrive in Venice, you'll likely land at Marco Polo Airport. Take a vaporetto or a water taxi to your accommodations. When you're packing for Venice, be sure to pack what you can carry or roll easily, as you're looking at a lot of steps and likely no elevator to your Airbnb or hotel. Check into your accommodations and make sure to book something like the sweet Canal View Airbnb that I booked and get your bearings. A great way to do this if you arrive early enough is to take a walking food tour like the Experienced Venice Like a Local Small Group Cicchetti and Wine Tour that I took. This tour was fantastic. We had an incredible local guide who was studying to be a sommelier who took us to amazing local little spots, and we had small bites or cicchetti, and we got to explore Venice and meet other travelers. It was a fantastic way to see the city and get my bearings of the often confusing streets of Venice. Now, if you're in Venice, you're going to want to do a gondola ride. You're not going to go all that way and not take a gondola ride. And you've got two options. One more expensive, one a little bit more affordable. The first option is a private gondola ride, which runs €90 during the day. And you're going to want to do this first thing in the morning before it gets way too hot out. Look for a spot off the Grand Canal. That way you don't have to wait in line forever. Your gondolier will still be able to take you out into the Grand Canal. You just won't spend time waiting in line to actually board your gondola. You get a 30-minute gondola ride, and your gondolier will take you in and out of the canals, the main canals and the smaller side canals. It's a fascinating way to see the city, and I really do highly recommend it if you have the budget. If you're on a much tighter budget, you can take a traghetto, which is a gondola across the Grand Canal. This will cost you €2, but your ride is not private, and it will last literally about 30 seconds. But if you want to say you've ridden in a gondola in Venice, this is a really affordable way to do it. So after you start your morning with the gondola ride, you're going to want to see the Rialto Bridge. This is the main bridge that crosses the Grand Canal, and this is where everybody clusters up for photos. It's going to be crowded. It's going to be chaotic. Make sure to keep a close eye on your personal belongings, because when the tourist season is in its peak, there are some people out there that might try to scam you, pick your pockets, things like that. So keep a close eye on your personal belongings. Once you've seen the Rialto, you're going to take a short walk over to St. Mark's Square, and you're going to want to see the St. Mark's Basilica, the Bell Tower, and Doge Palace. Book these tickets in advance if you're going during peak season. And even if you're not going during peak season, it's a really good idea to book them in advance. While you're in that area, make sure to also see the Bridge of Sighs from the outside. This bridge connects Doge's Palace to the prison, and it's named after the sighs of the prisoners who would catch a last glimpse of Venice as they were on their way to entering the prison cells or facing execution, and let out a big sigh about the beauty of Venice. So it's a really fascinating historical site that you should make sure to see not only from inside Doge's Palace, but from outside. Once you've checked off those sites, take some time to wander around Venice. Don't have a destination in mind, don't have a direction, just start walking and go. You may dead end at a canal and have to turn around, or wind around at a couple alleyways that circle back right to where you got started and have no idea how you got from point A to point B. That is the charm of Venice. You'll find little cozy restaurants, little shops. Do yourself a favor and do not eat or drink in the St. Mark's Square area. You will pay double, even triple for food and drink, and the quality will be much less than you will find in these cute little hidden alleys as you're just wandering in Venice. For dinner, head to Trattoria al Gazzettino, where I had my favorite meal in Venice. The lobster pasta was absolutely incredible. I can't recommend it highly enough. Be sure to make a reservation, especially if you're traveling during peak season. On your third day in Venice, you're going to leave Venice proper and head to Murano and Burano. Now, you can either take a water taxi to get there and do it yourself, or you can book a tour with a guided option like I did, and I'm going to link the one that I booked below, because we had a fantastic tour guide that told us a tremendous amount about the history not only of Murano and Burano, but of also Venice. Murano is the island where the famous Murano glass is made. So you'll take the boat there and you'll be able to go to one of the glass blowing shops and see these incredible craftsmen at work as they're making this beautiful Murano glass. And of course, Murano glass is available for purchase should you choose. Once you've finished Murano, head on over to Burano and see where Burano lace is made. This incredible lace is handmade, and it truly is a dying art, because the women that make it are elderly, they're in their senior years, and there are no younger individuals that want to make this lace anymore. So this is a craft that is going to die out. So I highly recommend going over there and seeing these beautiful lace shops and seeing what these women are making by hand, because it's absolutely stunning. Burano is also home to these incredibly beautiful colorful buildings, which make it a very Instagram-worthy destination. Of course, it rained the day that I was there because that's the kind of luck I have, but it was still absolutely beautiful. So make sure to take some time to wander the streets, take some photos of these beautiful buildings, get some gelato while you're there, do a little bit of shopping. Burano lace is incredibly expensive because, as I said, it is handmade, but you can get little things like handmade handkerchiefs or bookmarks made of Burano lace that are just absolutely beautiful and great memories of your trip. Now you can do Murano and Burano in half a day. So when you get back to Venice proper, you'll have time again to wander. Find a little cozy cafe, have a nice peaceful quiet dinner, enjoy all the beauty that Venice has to offer. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and leave a comment below, and be sure to subscribe for more great videos. See you in the next one.